Hi, my name is Tim O'Donnell. Welcome to aviewfromthebackpew.com. It's a website that's named after my book, A View from the Back Pew. Now, the website, the blog, the videos we're posting, and certainly the book itself are all dedicated to asking questions. Now, we're asking big questions, the kind of questions that maybe nobody can answer. They are questions that certainly I can't answer, but sometimes asking questions can give us a bigger understanding, a deeper understanding of something just by asking the question with an open mind, even if we don't arrive at an answer. Now, what we're trying to create here in this space on the internet is a place where we can feel comfortable asking questions, offering opinions about the answers to those questions, having a dialogue and a debate, and even an argument about those opinions. But we don't want it to be a space where we attack each other and use name-calling and ridicule as kind of the mode of operating. There's plenty of places you can go on the internet these days to call people names and ridicule people that have different opinions than you do. In this space here, we just want to encourage the dialogue and the debate and even the argument without the name-calling and the ridicule. Now, as you get acquainted with the site and you look around, you'll be able to see what types of questions it is I'm talking about. You'll be able to learn a little bit more about me. You'll be able to learn a little bit more about the book. But what I invite you to do is begin by watching the introductory video right below this one that kind of kicks the ball off about this idea of asking questions. And we begin by asking questions about asking questions. Now, what do I mean by big questions? The best way to illustrate what I mean by this is maybe just to tell a short little story. I was raised in the Catholic educational system from grade school to high school and even college. And back in grade school, we had nuns that mostly taught us. And I think the nuns would probably tell you that I wasn't the easiest kid in the classroom to manage. I wasn't the best behaved kid, and I certainly wasn't the best student. But there was one class that always kept my interest, I was always curious about, and I always paid attention. And this class was religion class. Now, that's not to say that I was particularly pious or that I was a holy kid, because I was nothing of the sort. But for some reason, the class, either it was the way the nuns taught this subject matter, or maybe it was the subject matter itself, but I always had an innate curiosity about religion class, and I always asked questions. I can remember many times asking questions to the point where the nun would say, "Stop asking questions. That's a mystery of faith, and you just have to quit asking questions and accept it as a mystery." Well, sometimes that mystery of faith answer left me a little frustrated. But there were times where it made me feel like I had won, too, like I was victorious. If I could ask enough questions to paint the nun in the corner where she had to invoke the mystery to shut me up, that I felt like I might have won. But I do remember one question that I asked, and it was not to be a smart aleck, and I don't think the nun thought I was being one either. And looking back, it was a very profound question coming from a little kid. I said to the nun, I said, "Sister, you keep telling us that we're all sons and daughters of God." She said, "Yes, Timothy, of course, we're all children of God." I said, "Okay, sister, if that's the case, then how come you keep telling us that Jesus was the only Son of God?" Now, I didn't get an answer to that question on that day. And I can't be certain that I've had a satisfactory answer to that particular question since. But since that day, I've been asking questions like that of my own religion ever since. And if you're on this website today, perhaps you have some of these same types of questions that I'm asking here. If you do, I encourage you to get involved in the discussion and put your questions up here so that we can work together to maybe dig up some of the answers. Now, if you have answers to the questions we're asking here, that's really what we're looking for, and we would love to know what it is that you know. Anyways, my name is Tim O'Donnell, author of A View from the Back Pew. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you again.